I knew Jacques for a few years now when he invited me to participate into the positive economy conferences that we had a few years back. I was impressed because it's the first time I can see a collaborative economy project, because he believes and we believe that the only way forward to bridge all the problems that we have, immigration, refugee, economical disparity, is to base the future on economical development and empowering people. All the people that we hear about politics, and you know, here in Lebanon, everybody talks about politics, from the baby of 3 years old until we have the 90s. We're skipping, you know, a few years in between. Everybody talks about politics, and everybody has an opinion. But the problem is that nobody is willing to do anything about it. This is the problem that we have in this country. When we met with Jacques, and he said, look, we have this concept. I told him, we have this concept. He said, let's put the two teams together so that they can find, if they can find, a working formula. And obviously, today, it was culminated with an agreement that we have. The idea is that it's the first time that this collaboration is not going to be only directed towards refugees. Because we in Lebanon, we have 1.6 million Syrians, and with the Palestinians and the Iraqis, we have close to 2 million people, for a population of 4.2 million. If this would have happened in Europe, it means they will have to deal with 250 million, if we take it proportionally. Which means this country is not normal, because we have not collapsed yet, because of the problems that we have. But the first time that we hear about an organization that's willing to work with the refugees, but at the same time to empower the hosting community, because where we have the problem in all of these problems that we hear about, is that people say we want to help the refugees. In the last donors meeting in London, we proposed the same thing that we have proposed today in our agreement, Jacques. But except the people, the international community doesn't want to be involved in managing. So they said, take the money, keep the Syrians, and then you deal with them. My presentation to David Cameron was very simple at that time. I said, David, we have a GDP of 54 billion. We have a growth of 1.5%. We have a total debt of 100 and God knows 110 billion, I think, by the time you add everything else. So it means our economy cannot generate jobs. We graduate about 24 to 25,000 every year. We barely can find 3,000 to 4,000 jobs. So it means we are 20,000 jobs less than what the market requires. On the other hand, you expect us to generate 200,000 jobs for the Syrians that are here. The question is that our economy cannot even generate business for our own people, let alone having to go for the extra 200,000. Because nobody is looking to empower the Lebanese to be able to deal with the consequence of having 2 million refugees in this country. From this point onward, this is what we believe in the Makhzoumi Foundation. We decided to work with Jacques and his team because they believe in the same concept. And this is what we have done now in this agreement that we have signed today. And what we are hoping that Jacques can explain to all of you what is going to happen. And in addition, we would like your support to this project and to the organization of Jacques, because they are doing good work. And at the end of the day, if we do not help organizations as such to be helping the hosting communities and the refugees, the system will collapse. We're lucky because the Lebanese, all of you that are sitting here and some of our other friends, we are the people that are holding this country together because we want to live here. If we were to count only on the government, we cannot even get the president. It took us 2.5 years to do that. So let alone having to manage refugee crisis. Now we have a government. What we hope is that this government will be formed quickly so that we can work with them to develop economical projects for the Lebanon to be able to survive and to present to the world, when the deal will be coming in 2017, 2018 in the region, that we might have a strong government that we can work with and through in order to secure a better future for our children and young and generations to come. With that, Jacques, can I invite you to come here? When the trophy?